dogs.
Everybody's got a dog.
I've got dogs on me wellies probably.
Well, you crouch down or bend over, depending on what your knees will allow.
You ready?
I can't.
No.
Where we starting? Starting in the middle.
Gorgeous.
Has he got a...
Right,
He's got a...
he is, yeah. So,
Ladybird on
3
it.
purebred wolves,
Oh, you're gorgeous.
3 brothers, so they're all related as
Okay.
original litter mates, and 3 very different personalities. So as such, we do
He's trying to
have
get in my
to
pocket.
accommodate for that and manage them slightly differently. So this one here that Dee's probably spoken about, he is the cautious one. Is a bit of a, it can be a bit of a one-person animal or individual. So often I end up managing this one to help manage his personality, whereas the other 2 are far more adventurous and confident. So of course this simple introduction doesn't look an awful lot, but to them it is a great opportunity to take that sensory information from you. Especially if you have a dog at home, they will be able to smell any dogs that you have, and vice versa, probably by the time you get back home. But of course, crouching down to their level has a double bubble benefit, in the sense that you're making yourself visually slightly smaller and less intimidating for that initial meet and greet. But also they're less likely to want to jump up when you're down at their level. But they're all very, very friendly.
Right, so yeah, the one that Daniel has, just let him come to you. He's called Chalok, and Chalok means of the earth. And my dark one here is Chitali. Chitali means shooting star. Grand. You can all stand up now if you like. Chitali means shooting star. And Chiveo is the blonde one. And Chiveo means spirit warrior. So let's just start off with him. I'll take him, pick someone down here. Hey, yeah. There, do you want him? Hand all the way through and grip. All the way through and grip the leash. Make sure you've always got your hand all the way through and grip that leash. If you want to get your camera out, hand him over. Never let the leash just dangle around your wrist, because if they pull it off at that point, then they're going to be charging down there with their leash bounding behind them. It's going to freak them out. They're going to be scared of their leashes forever. And don't let him chew your clothes, just push him off. Oh, he's suddenly got a bit chewy. He's not usually the chewer. Oi! Oi! I've got fruits in that pocket, that's the whole thing, isn't it? Just separate these 2 for a little bit. Just separate a little bit. That's it. Okay. Just keep them separate a little bit. That's his little apology.
Is that what I was?
Yeah. So now, sorry, I was rude.
does that to you all the time, doesn't it?
Yeah, so and yeah, so yeah, make sure you've got a good tight hold of it, and keep these 2 slightly apart, but make sure that you don't really separate too far away from us, so that we can make sure that we can get to you if anything goes wrong. We're too lazy to say their full names all the time, so Chiveo becomes Veo, Chitali becomes Tali, and Chalok becomes Lock. They are Cherokee names because these are the wolves that you would see if you went to Yellowstone National Park. They're not hybridised, they are just what they are. If you... we call them Mackenzie Valley wolf, but they might be called Alaskan timber wolf, generically grey wolf, northwestern wolf, but the proper name for them really is Canis lupus occidentalis. If you want to be correct, that's what you need to call them. Just so you know.
Or a wolf for sure.
Yeah, or wolf.
There is a test. I mean, there isn't a test at the end.
Yeah, if you don't get 9 out of 10, you wolf. I mean, yeah. So we didn't want to bring them in from America because we would have to have done 4 months quarantine, and that would have been a disaster. So we contacted our breeder friend in Montana. Just push him off here. And we asked him if he'd ever sent any of his line to Europe. And he said he'd have. He said about 3 years ago. They will be breeding age now. Give him a ring. He asked for them to be unrelated so he could breed from them. And this was the outcome. He'd actually literally put them together the day before when we rang him. And Mum was the blonde colour, and Dad was the Dad was the blonde colour, and Mum was the dark colour. And they're all brothers. They're all little mates. And Locke is on. He's just more heavily silver faced. He's a spitting image of his mum. His mum, he looks older, but he isn't. It's just his genetics. He's 17 months. He's a little mate to these two. But Mum, yeah, it's because he's all silver facing around his thing. But his mum is exactly the same. She's very heavily silver faced. That's what you say. You don't say you're going grey. You just silver facing. That's all you're doing. What happens to us all?
It's the silver.
It's the silver. There you go. Have one.
That one was one now.
Mum.
So feel free to take plenty of photos along the way. We'll do a couple of times of photo sessions, and we'll get some pictures
we
with
do
you
a
with
proper
them.
one.
If you're going to stick it online with any video, do be responsible as to how you put it online. But feel free to do it. We do promote
Post it on
responsible.
your Facebook page.
Yeah.
I commented on the other day.
Yeah.
So,
Having another one.
yeah.
That's it.
One right behind you.
Wander down here, we'll swap around as we go. So at some point you'll all have a chance to hold them.
I found the sweet in my pocket.
But
Can't have the sweets.
that's
You
not
can't
their
have the
diet
sweets.
though. We only give them that because it's low value food that they won't. We can give you to feed them later. That's their
Right,
food.
yeah. It just, no, we just manage him slightly differently. In his personality, and we'll explain the whys and wherefores about it a little bit later on. I'll let Dee explain about role structures and things